G'day guys, and welcome back for another episode on the COVID-19 stimulus package provided by the Australian government. Now, I've dressed down today for the occasion. Now, I just recently got a question by a few of my clients saying, well, in these hard times, can I take some money out of super because it's going to ease the burden? So today I thought I'll do a video on that and tell you of the pros and cons of taking your money out of super. Now, I'm not giving financial advice because I'm unable to give you financial advice. But what I'm here is to portray to you are basically the facts. So, if you're in financial hardship and you meet the criteria, now you can actually take $20,000 out of super. $10,000 before the 30th of June 2020 and $10,000 after the 30th of June 2020. Now, you've got a 3-month window. It looks like it, from the 1st of July 2020 till September 2020. And to be eligible, there is an eligibility criteria. So first of all, you need to be unemployed, you must be. Or you need to be at least eligible for job seekers payment, the youth allowance for job seekers, a parenting payment, a special benefit, or a farm household allowance. There are also other criteria that they have brought forward, and that is from the 1st of January 2020, if you were made redundant, then you basically can take some money out of super. If your working hours have reduced by more than 20%, or if you're a sole trader, which has basically either suspended their business or the turnover has reduced by more than 20%. Now, if you meet that criteria, then you're entitled to take $20,000 out of your super. $10,000 before the 30th of June 2020 and $10,000 after the 30th of June 2020. But before you do, as I said, I'm not providing financial advice, but let's see what are the effects if you do take out your super, if you do take money out of super, $20,000 out of super. Okay, so first of all, when you do take it, we know now that the financial markets has taken a hit. We've seen the Dow Jones has gone down. We've seen the Australian Stock Exchange take a hit. We've seen basically all markets around the world have actually, the value of the market has actually considerably reduced, 20-30%. So if you're actually going to take out $20,000 out of super, a month ago or 2 months ago, $20,000, that balance would have been like $22,000, $23,000. That's the first thing you need to consider. Second of all, you need to consider, well, what is the long-term effect if I take $20,000 out of super now? All right, so if you take $20,000 out of super, and let's say your super is only growing at 5% per annum, and you've got another 20 years till you reach that retirement age tax as your super. Well, your $20,000 of super in 20 years' time is actually worth just over $53,000. So you're not actually taking out $20,000. What you're doing is you're foregoing another $33,000 of basically performance income that it's going to have over the next 20 years. But we know that super funds have grown by more than 5%. Actually, according to Australian Super, and I've used Australian Super because it is a very popular, it's a fund which many of my clients actually invest in. So hence I brought forward Australian Super. Now their website stipulates that over the last 10 years, if you have your funds invested in a high growth, so a high growth would be you're predominantly going to be investing in the share market predominantly, they're saying that the average return over the 10 years was actually 10.38%. Okay, so now let's work with realistic numbers because we've got 10 years of data here and we know that the average is 10.38%. Now, for simplicity purposes, I'm just going to make it 10%. So if you actually take out $20,000 of super and you still got 20 years until you reach your super age for retirement, and your fund will be growing at 10% per annum, that $20,000 in 20 years' time is worth almost $135,000. So what's actually happening here is that $20,000, you're foregoing over 20 years $115,000 of performance income based on the past year's performance of Australian Super over the last 10 years. And I'm not promoting Australian Super, I'm just using them as a source. So today is before you actually go and take out money out of Super, what I consider is just consider the consequence of what's going to happen in a long-term effect. Now, you may want to speak to your financial planner if you have one. Once again, my name is Fabian from Profit Services, where we help businesses optimize their performance and their cash flow. And if you did like this video, you can check all my videos at www.profitservices.com.au, or please share it with other businesses and other people that might find this very valuable information. Thank you, and bye for now.